Hey lovies, welcome back to another recipe. And on today's recipe, we're going to be making the no yeast, no cheese, and no oven bake pizza. So let's get started. Into my bowl, I have 2 cups of flour, half a teaspoon baking powder, quarter teaspoon baking soda, a pinch of salt, 1.5 tablespoon sugar, and I'm going to mix this up together. So right here I have some warm water and I'm going to be adding some olive oil into my warm water. And I'll put in the warm water and olive oil into my dry ingredients and I'm going to be mixing this together. So guys, for the full list and measurement of all the ingredients used on this recipe, do check out the description box so you can access them anytime you want to make yours. So if your dough is too wet, you can go ahead and add in a little bit more flour to thicken it up. So right now, I'm going to be kneading this dough for about 5 minutes until the dough is no longer very sticky. While kneading the dough, if the dough is too sticky, you can go ahead and wet your palm with a little bit of olive oil and you can keep on kneading this dough until it is no longer sticky. So guys, after rolling this dough for about 6 minutes, I will go ahead and wet my bowl with some olive oil. And I'll use the oil to rub the bowl and also use it to rub the dough and cover up the dough and allow it to rest while I prep my tomato sauce. So right now, I'll cover the dough with a cling film and allow it to rest on my kitchen top while I prep my other ingredients. So for the tomato sauce, I'm going to be using 4 tomatoes and 5 garlic. I'm going to blend this without adding any water to it. After blending, I'll add in 2 tablespoons olive oil and I'm going to use it to simmer the tomato. So right now, I'll add in 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, or you can use tomato ketchup if you don't have tomato paste, just to give this pizza sauce a nice red color. So right now, I'll go ahead and add in 1 tablespoon minced herbs. And I'll also add in 2 tablespoons chili flakes. I'll add in 1 tablespoon sugar. And I'll also add just a little pinch of salt. I'll stir this up together and cover it to simmer for about 6 minutes, and that's my tomato sauce ready. You can save this tomato sauce in a bottle jar and save in your fridge, of which it will last you up to 5 days in your fridge. So guys, let's make our white sauce, which is the substitute for our mozzarella cheese. Into my pan, I'll add in 1 tablespoon of butter and I'm going to add in 1.5 tablespoon of flour. I'm going to whisk this for about 3 minutes and add in 1 cup of warm milk. So this is basically just a white sauce, of which I also have a white sauce recipe on my channel. And also, if you don't want to use the substitute of this white sauce, you want to go in for your mozzarella cheese, I do have a recipe on how to make your mozzarella cheese, which I'm also going to drop on the description box, so you can try and make your mozzarella cheese at home, of which is so easy and simple to make. So after putting in the warm milk, I'm going to keep on using my spatula to stir this for about 3 minutes on a very low heat, so it will simmer and thicken up a little bit. So guys, that's our white sauce ready, which is the substitute for our mozzarella cheese. So let's start rolling out our dough for the pizza. So right here is our dough. I'm going to get the dough out of the bowl and divide it into two. So guys, right now I'm going to go ahead and flatten this dough using my rolling pin. You need to use your rolling pin to flatten up this dough, as you know there is no yeast on this dough, so you can't use your palm to flatten it up the way you usually do while making your yeast pizza dough. So you're going to make sure you flatten up this dough into a very tiny crust. You have to make sure that this dough is very thin, because it's going to rise up a little bit while you're baking your pizza. So after rolling it out and putting it on my pizza tray, I'm going to use my palm to flatten the dough a little bit more so it will cover up the tray. So guys, while I'm doing this, I'm already preheating my pot that I'm going to use to bake this pizza in my fire. But if you're going to be using your oven, you can go ahead and start preheating your oven at this moment. So right now, I'll use my fork to give this pizza dough a piercing. And I'll go ahead and wet it with just a little drop of olive oil and use it to wet all over the pizza crust. I'll add in some black peppers, which is optional, and I'll go ahead and start adding in my tomato sauce. So after adding the tomato sauce, I'll go ahead and add in my white sauce, which is the substitute for mozzarella cheese. And when I'm done adding the white sauce, I'll start adding in my pizza toppings, which you can go ahead and use any topping of your choice. So after adding in all my pizza toppings, I'll go ahead and add in a little bit of more white sauce. And when I'm done adding the white sauce, I will transfer it into my already preheated pot. And I'm going to be baking this for about 40 minutes on the lowest heat. So guys, if you are using your oven, you can go ahead and bake this in your oven on a 250 degrees for about 30 to 35 minutes. And yes guys, that's my pizza ready. I'm just going to get it out and show you guys the end result of this pizza. So if you've been watching me from the beginning of this recipe and you're not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit on that red subscribe button. Click on the bell icon that goes with it. That way you will be notified anytime I post interesting and delicious recipes like this. And if you did find this recipe helpful, if you did love this recipe, please don't forget to click on that like button. Give this video a big thumbs up so this video will get to reach other people and also enjoy from this recipe on this lockdown. So guys, and also don't forget to drop me a comment letting me know if you enjoyed watching this recipe and if you give it a try. Okay, till I see you again on my next video, you just go ahead and join me. Let's enjoy this delicious pizza without adding yeast, mozzarella cheese, and no oven recipe. And also don't forget to check out all my other pizza recipe that you are going to get on the description box. Till I see you again on my next recipe, stay safe. Bye bye.